Hey, family. So, today we're going to discuss these migrants that are showing up throughout the United States, coming over from across the border, and there seems to be no end in sight. Chicago, Denver, New York City, to name a few that are the sanctuary cities, as they call them, and they're running out of space and money to actually house the migrants. But my thinking on the whole subject is, why are they being allowed to come into the United States to begin with? Because I can't go to another country and say I'm seeking asylum and get a cell phone, work permit, and get free housing. So it's something else to this that they're not telling us. I know it's an election year as well, and I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop on this whole migrant crisis. And then you have certain cities in Illinois, Wilmette and Naperville, to name a couple, that are volunteering their services to help house the migrants. And I heard they're paying as much as $5,000 if you agree to help with housing. And so this is the first time I've seen this happen since I've been alive, where these people are just being let into this country and then they're getting benefits without actually being citizens. I've heard different reasons of why they're being allowed in. Some say to take certain jobs that other people don't want to do, to be a new voters block for the Democrats. I'm sure it's political somewhere in some shape or form tied to them being allowed in as well. And President Joe Biden has been awfully quiet about why they're being let in. New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson have tried to reach out to Joe, but it's not been a go at all. No type of response. Joe is busy with other endeavors, it seems. Yet the migrants continue to come over, and even other cities are being discussed as possible options. I've heard Seattle mentioned. I've heard Detroit, Michigan mentioned as well. And so is this something we have to sit back and wait and see? This is been going on for over a year now. Some of these migrants have actually been unruly and gotten into tussles with the police. They've been arrested, but there's no documentation on them, so they just get let go once they get a court date. And so many are coming over with babies and looking for help, and it's just a crazy situation right now with the whole migrant situation. I've heard people in the black community complaining, as a lot of them are in black neighborhoods in Chicago, and whereas black people are not getting the help that they've been looking for in Chicago, the migrants have come and have jumped the line, as well as just homeless people in general who are not getting any type of help. If you look at LA and Skid Row and the homelessness in Chicago as well, the migrants have jumped the line over people who are actually citizens in this country. And so that has, not surprisingly, caused an outrage by actual citizens. So something has to give here. It has to be some other reasoning behind it. I think we'll find out later on as the year goes on why it's being allowed to happen. And as the days go on and on, the migrants, they seem to be becoming more entitled. I've seen interviews where they translate them to English and they talk about how they want health care and better education, and they haven't even been over here for a whole year, and no citizenship, nothing to that effect. And so it's definitely something that we need to look into, or they need to look into, as this continues. Is a bigger issue, and people have to really get serious about it and see exactly what's going to happen as 2024 moves on and migrants continue to cross the border. I think we all need to keep our eye on it and see what happens next. And we'll see what happens in these cities who don't have the money to actually house them and how it begins to affect the actual taxpayers. That's it for now. I'll be back with another one.